Okay, today is the first game in a series of demo games I'm going to be playing through. It's called Little Bug. I found this game from a site that I think I'm going to be using a lot called uh, itch.io. It's kind of hard to find if you just type it in, but the tagline of the site is a simple way to find and share indie games online for free. So these are games where you can pay what you want. I'm not sure what the ratio of completed games to demo games is because I just found the site and I found it based on this one YouTuber, I think it was Magic Carp, put up a video of the one night stand simulator that's been kind of floating around the internet. And I thought that was interesting. I played it. I noticed that this site had a bunch of other games that were also pay what you want, a lot of them being demos. They have a lot of options for different kinds of platforms as well. I play on a Mac, so it's always really hard to find games because, PC master race kind of thing. So the description of this game is that it is a 2.5D platformer with unique twin stick control mechanics. You play as a lost little girl and her powerful firefly at the same time. And that's basically the gist of it. There's some other things going on, but let's just take a look. So once again, playing on a Mac, so I'm going to just be using a keyboard. I'm not going to use a controller. So move with A and D. There's some controls you can see here. So if you play with a controller, you kind of utilize both joysticks, which is, I think, something a little different. Keyboard seems like AD, X, space bar, the control pad, and that seems to be about it. So it's me and my firefly. We'll see how the sound goes because there's not really any in-game music, but there are sound effects, so we'll see how that goes. So far, the way it works is you have this little guy, this firefly, which you control with the control pad, and you can move up and down. Spacebar creates this kind of hovery line, and if you hold it for too long, like this, it kind of goes off, and then you have to regenerate. So there's some limitations. You can kind of swing on it a little bit. So, okay, those dissolve when you touch them. And they also dissolve with the little light beam that you have. Okay, so we're just going to keep on going through. And I have ran through this demo once before, which has made it a bit easier. Typically, for this, I think I'm just going to do a first play to really show you guys what it's like to pick it up without having played it at all. But I played this and then I decided I kind of want to show you guys it because I thought it was a pretty interesting game. It gets pretty difficult as you progress, even just in this demo. I'm not really sure I'm not sure how I feel about the controls. I like that you can control basically two characters at once and that you need to utilize them both. But I'm not sure if this is just challenging as a platformer or if it maybe is too much to ask of just one gamer to do. But I am intrigued by it, and I love the art style. I am a huge sucker for adorable characters in scary worlds, and this character also looks a lot like me. It's short, has black hair, tan skin tone. It basically is me as a video game character, which is pretty amusing. My brother saw me playing it earlier and just thought it was hilarious. Okay, so wildflowers are the prettiest. Press X. Okay, so I have these in a jar, which I think is pretty cute because, fireflies, you catch them in jars. You catch them and you put them in jars. Okay, let's get out of there. Okay, now here's where it kind of starts to get difficult, or at least it's teaching you how it's going to get difficult. So we have these hands, which it took me a second to realize that, so these kill you, obviously. and it's kind of playing off of that, you know, catching fireflies, and then you catch them in your hands by accident, which I thought was pretty cute that they included that, and dark, also. So, okay. All right. So this is going so much easier the second time around. Now let's see. I'm gonna just try to skip. I could go here and then here and then here, but I think I'm just gonna try to. Okay. So if I wait and then yes. Okay. These also functions as the save points in the game. So every time you collect an item in the jar, you kind of have a little checkpoint. Though I'm not sure what the premise of the game is. The description just kind of talks about the environment of the game, but doesn't really tell you why any of the things that are happening are happening. It's just kind of there, and you're like, okay, whatever. So I guess you're lost trying to find your way home, though the character calls this little thing its mother, so I don't really know what happened. Okay, how did I do this before? I think maybe can I... Oh, kind of. I'm just gonna go for it. Oop, did not work. Okay. I think the little ouch thing that pops up is a nice touch. Makes the character feel more real. Okay. Can I wait here? Yes. Oh, that's upsetting. Oh, that's nice. They let me, they counted the save point even though I didn't actually put the mushroom in the jar until later. Okay. So, that's that. We're gonna go up here. Okay. So, we break both of these. Put this down a little bit. We break both of these. And then, nope. Okay. Yeah, I get that they don't have a soundtrack that's supposed to be like a wasteland area that you're in, but it's kind of weird not to have game music on here. It's basically just ambient noise. Let me make sure. Nope, I don't think it's a settings thing. I think it's just that's just how the game is. I should have done this higher. Okay. So if I go up here instead, we break both of these. Yep, here we go. Okay, so it, oh, and all the way back. Okay. What I was trying to do was break the platform, have the beam go through, and then break it again. Oh, I keep forgetting that you have to go higher than that. Okay, this isn't even the hard part yet, so that's a little concerning. Alright. So, once again, up. I'm gonna wait. Swing, down, alright. That was weird. Fuck. I do like the having to make the platform disappear. I feel like it's very old school video games. Though just when you touch things, they just vanish. Okay, I'm stuck inside this thing. Alright, up and over. Is it possible to start? Nope. Oh, wait. Oh. Okay, that changes everything. I forgot that was there. The screen's not... I have the screen at maximum brightness, but it's not very easy to see. It's a pretty dark space that you're in. Okay, so we'll do it when the hand goes out. Come on. Oh, you bastard. Okay, again. this can go up and over. So. Yes. Okay. And then this can break that. And now we have another piece to our jar. Alright. I do like how all of the enemies, for lack of a better term, or things that can hurt you, are all the same color. I think that's kind of a nice touch. Now for this one, we will have to break some things. Now this is the one where I have to get this to resolve. I was wondering if I could just... Aha! And then... Perfect. And now I just have to drop. Yes. A checkpoint would be... Oh, there's a checkpoint right ahead, so... Alright, let's keep going. And another one. And this time I got some type of gem of some sort. Okay. This is kind of where it becomes like... I think the continuous challenge of this game is trying to keep track of both the characters at the same time, because here, I'll show you. If one dies, then both of you die. You're connected. So once you have like all these drops and all these hands and all these enemies going in these different directions, you're like trying to keep track of two things, and then you're also, you know, you can hover like that and lift yourself, but you also need to swing sometimes. So sometimes, like, you're so focused on your character swinging and landing to the right spot that you forget that you left the Firefly orb, which creates like a whole nother string of problems. So we're gonna, and then so here you have to, you know, oh, and then, but then you use it too much and then you end up falling. So it's pretty tricky, but I think it's well done enough where it's a challenge and not just simply a frustration. You know, it's hard but with intention. So we have this. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've definitely gotten better at this after the first playthrough, but I'm still not at my checkpoint yet. So, and then you have like some limitations on how far this can go away from you. So like I can only go like around this far without having to get pushed down. Okay, so we're gonna let the thing drop, and then we're just gonna... Oh, fuck, that wasn't enough, that wasn't enough, that wasn't enough. Okay. Oh, I think I'm gonna need to go on this platform down here first. So we're just gonna... Oh, crap. Nope. Frustrating. Okay. I'm gonna try to just go straight for it, I think, because I think taking that pause doesn't really help me on that one platform. Okay. Oh, nope. Nope. Oh. Okay, wait. Nope. I keep hitting D by accident and just going to the right when I should be moving left. Oh, and you're so close. Oh, okay. Alright. Yes. Right, so I feel like it's becoming kind of a little bit of a trend to have this control duality going on in games. I think about, I think it was Rayman Legends, which was available for Xbox, Wii U, and I think maybe some other platforms. I'm not sure. I played mine on the Xbox, and that's one of my favorite games. As recently, it was super fun, and you got to control two characters in that. You were, Rayman, and then like this, I forgot his name, but he's like this green guy, and he helps you move some things occasionally. And if you play it on the Wii U, you have the option of having that green character be controlled by a second player, so you could do it local co-op style. But I remember playing it, alone, and thinking that would be really annoying to have to kind of verbally coordinate with someone else. About what you needed on that, and like it wouldn't really be like an efficient co-op. And then I also recently played this indie game called, I should probably stop talking while I'm trying to do this, but called Never Alone, where you're an Alaskan girl and you have like well, he's not really a pet, but you have a fox, a white fox that's there to guide you on your mission, and you can either play as both those characters or do it local co-op. And I did the whole thing local co-op, and that was great because each of you kind of had your own roles and had your own moments to kind of do things. So here, it's interesting because I think having to control both does add an extra challenge, and it's what makes the game unique. But it's also, I'm not sure how, if this will end up getting difficult just to be difficult. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's the gliding jump that really makes it hard to handle. Okay, now I'm just getting frustrated now, so making reckless choices. Okay. Oh, I just don't move, like one character just moves faster than the other when I'm doing this glide, but I can't seem to coordinate it properly. Okay, so, nope. So maybe if I just wait for this thing to be on its lowest part, it's going to wait for it to come down. Okay. Steady. Oh, I think that killed me in both ways simultaneously, which was really upsetting to see. Okay, so you have to move like both at the same time, and it just drives me insane. But I think in a good way. It's kind of hard to tell at this point. Oh, this was the part that I struggled with the most in my first playthrough, so it's not surprising that it's still really difficult to do. I think if I just stop moving so much, I think that's one thing that I'm really bad at as a gamer. Sometimes I overthink things a little bit. So, I'm the kind of person that will always go for the long jump just to make sure you're on, like, the platform, or I'll hover jump a lot when I won't need to, and that leads to me, like, my character just kind of starts freaking out, and then I end up dying. So I'm trying to get better at that. I'm not being entirely successful here. Okay, so, see, but then when I don't move, I feel like I don't make it all the way. And then I hate how this thing respawns underneath this enemy. I think that's just unnecessarily frustrating. Okay. Oh. Okay. See, I glided too far on that. Okay. Don't even glide. Just go. And then that second platform just ends up being too high each of these times. Oh my gosh. Oh, oh. That's as far as I've made it so far, on this run at least. Okay. No, we're just, yep, you can just tell right away when you just don't have it. Oh, oh, I got it. I'm so, finally. I'm so excited that I finally finished that I can't even express my joy at this point. I think that's probably the hardest platforming bit in this demo, that spot I was just at. And then this is still somehow hard. Okay, well. Alright. Oh my gosh, okay. So. And now some of that soundtrack's coming back, which is nice because we're towards the end. I think for this we can just stand here. Ooh. Okay. Be careful, little firefly. Oh. No. Oof. We have to go farther away from these hands. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm just choking at the fourth quarter here. There we go. Oh. So I ended up back in the original room that we started with on the home screen. I don't know where my firefly friend went. And then this thing is just fucking horrifying. And that's the demo. Thanks for watching, guys. Once again, the site is called, the site that I got this from, I'll put in the link in the bio, but it is from itch.io, that's the website, and it was a game made by Bella Mesex with art by Jamie Perino and music by Stepan Mashishoff. Probably butchered that, but yeah, so stay tuned. We'll be doing, well, I'll be doing some more streams of demos. I want to do some free-to-play Fridays, a couple weird games on Wednesdays, you know, getting some alliteration in there. And yeah, so just stay tuned.